less obnoxious version of that, but like some kind of trail light on the vehicles to try to make it. I think there might even be like a swirly light at the beginning, like at the front of the train too. So while in motion, it'll give it some. That's a rumor. We're getting into rumor territory. Sorry.
I didn't want to be that guy, but I was about to say Rip Ride Rocket. They kind of do this already with just lights on the vehicles themselves. So, which is why this next tidbit is even cooler because there is extra sauce on these ride vehicles, and this is confirmed in the sense that they mentioned something like this would happen with the ride vehicles. And Alicia knows where I'm going with this because she just said it on her podcast. But there is apparently a very light IP tie-in to these ride vehicles. Byron, do you know about this?
I do not.
One could say they will McFly. But here's a quote from Andreza Duarte, senior manager of Universal Orlando Internal Communications. Quote, although I can't give this Easter egg away just yet, just know that there's a gift for true Universal fans on the back of each coaster vehicle. Truly out of time. End quote. What do you think this means?
Well, I saw some articles, some blog posts from people who assume that means there will be a Back to the Future license plate on the back.
I imagine, yeah.
Because it says out of time in the hint. But what I've heard is it will be an actual flux capacitor, which will light up along with all the other LEDs on the vehicles. But it'll be hidden on the back, so you have to like crook your head and look at the station to even notice it because it's an Easter egg.
I'm gonna just have a gajillion beers and then just look at that flux capacitor fluxing while I'm on this bad boy. I cannot wait. We have a test on this podcast called the Simpsons test, which laments the replacing of Back to the Future with the Simpsons. And the fact that we're kind of getting, in a way, a Back to the Future roller coaster, dude.
In a way.
In a way.
Hey, watch yourself. What if it ends up being Simpsons in space?
It's not going to be Simpsons.
Well, luckily, I mean, they can't build any more Simpsons stuff, right?
No, I think the Simpsons
they don't own
the rights are going away.
Yeah.
Did you, not to throw off the entire course of this podcast,
Pokemon?
Did you see my last video and article?
Was it about Pokemon?
No, the parade that's supposed to debut later this year at Universal Studios Florida.
No, what is
it? It might have Back to the Future in the parade.
Oh, yes, yeah, because there was the when you were talking about Ghostbusters, too, as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, man. Finally, they're leaning on the historic films that they have within their database instead of going for the flavor of the week. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, some other stuff about this coaster that is confirmed. Supposed to be 5,000 feet of track, 133 foot heights, speeds of 62 miles per hour.
I wonder if Coaster Boy watches.
There's one other thing about this coaster that I think is confirmed, but I don't want to spoil it because it is a maneuver that this coaster does, and I don't want to spoil it. It's going to be great.
They even said the name.
They did say the name. And we'll leave that. Well, we can't give you everything in this podcast. But if you do want everything, go to Alicia's. she'll feed you.
I know. I'm curious if they're going with a different manufacturer than usual for that one.
Who are they going with?
They're going with Mach, I believe, for Snowfall Racers.
I have a theory. Mach Rides is doing that one, and also the small roller coaster over at Dark Universe.
Oh, the
Intamin is doing a roller coaster here for How to Train Your Dragon. But at the time, they were also doing Velocicoaster and Hagrid's when this was all being drawn up. So they may have turned to Mach because Mach does the little boat ride over at How to Train Your Dragon. I think they may have turned to them because the manufacturers can only do so many things at the same time. It has nothing to do with leaving Intamin behind because we know Intamin is doing Fast and Furious over in your neck of the woods.
That's right. And Velocicoasters like universally and Hagrid's like loved. So I guess Intamin I guess had more of a reputation beforehand of like reliability, but it seems like they've really. I mean, Velocicoaster seems, up until like a week or so ago, seemed extremely reliable. I mean, Hagrid's more for just the technical reasons.
She needed a rest. She needed to rest a little bit. Blue needed to get some refueling. Gatorade or some shit.
She hadn't had a vacation in how long since it opened? Like in 21 or whatever? Just give her 3 days off.
Speaking of Velocicoaster, the Mosasaurus roll is not the same as what's going to happen on Starfall, but it's going to be something similar where it's going to be a showstopper. kind of maneuver. And Byron's looking at me, he's like, don't spoil it.
I've seen the video, or I've seen the I haven't even looked at the animation.
I just know I read it and I was like, I'm okay with reading spoilers. I don't like seeing them, and then I can imagine what they were going to look like.
A lot of rides I avoid, but that one was like, it was being built before our eyes because they can't like hide it in a show building or anything like that. So you're just like seeing it off the freeway. Oh my god!
That's why I'm excited about going to Hollywood.
I thought Route 47 was Lords of Trenton.
Oh, the comic convention was last week.
What?
This is an insurance convention.
With some insurance companies, you get mascots.
Told you. You didn't tell me.
With NJM, you get a dedicated rep whose top priority is you.
One of Celestial Park's two table service restaurants, the Atlantic, which will be across Neptune Pool in Celestial Park, will apparently create the illusion of being underwater. From Universal, quote, the decorative fish that line the ceiling are surrounded by metallic curtains that shimmer as they sway, creating the illusion of being underwater in a massive aquarium, end quote. Appropriately, they're also going to serve surf and turf here, which is great in case you want to bookend lobster with some coasters and throw up all over everybody, which is, I can't wait. And this is one of two restaurants that will have its own bar. The Atlantic has its own bar, and I believe the Pan Pacific Asian restaurant, which Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant, will also have its own bar. And I imagine there's going to be a bunch of bars scattered throughout this entire theme park. But those are the ones.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bars. Every time I think of that old commercial, more bars in more places.
Where is this? This is in Tampa Bay.
Also Verizon commercial. Oh, yeah.
Where's what?
But also putting the
park that they're putting
is something.
It's beautiful. How about the fact? I mean, back to the future flux capacitor aside. How about the fact that these are two rides not tied to an IP or an entire largest section of
original ideas
that are all there's not a restaurant themed. The only thing really themed after anything is a Nintendo store.
And apparently that pizza restaurant, the one that's kind of lightly themed after the 1902 movie Flight to the Moon or whatever the fuck that's called, for all you film heads out there.
Is that it? Is that copyright free now at this point?
It has to be. They have a reference to that in this quick service restaurant called Pizza Moon in Celestial Park. And the logo of it, on the front of it, is the little moon guy. Funny dude. Speaking of just the whole park in general, confirmed with the actual official announcement video, Stevie Spielberg, consultant.
Epic Universe is built on
it's also a part of
I don't know how much they
Orlando
paid just to sit down for 5 minutes to do talking head.
Do you know he still gets
part of
a percentage
Universal
of the door,
Orlando.
Universal Orlando, and he will for this theme park too.
That guy,
the one that
he
they're
worked
talking
so
about.
hard in 1990 on the original
They're building
park.
it in Orlando too.
He's
You
smart.
asked
He
the
takes
question,
a bit of the
I
back
didn't
end.
know.
So he still gets a
And
percentage.
you gave me
this is how he
information
earns
about
it. He shows up, he does this
details.
video, he did a walk around the park, and he's like, "Good job, everyone. Pay me."
Incredible.
His annual payment.
Still riding the movies, I see. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, bitch.
Breath that guy takes, he's making
There's a cat.
It's incredible. Hello, Stevie. Go get your bag.
Why don't you take all these Pinkie Pies downstairs?
She's shrugging.
feet out of the top of your head. What's higher, that or World of Color?
And get these Pinkie Pies and take them downstairs.
I think World of Color is just a hair over that.
It's 200.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? It's dwarfed. Both of those are dwarfed by the velocity effect.
Oh yeah.
460 feet.
What?
It's fucking crazy.
No.
They do it bigger in Vegas. Dark Universe is centered around a new character, Dr. Victoria Frankenstein from Universal. Quote, yes, everything from the experience of Dr. Victoria Frankenstein to the shadowy landscape where monsters roam in a world of myth and mystery. But who's coming to the party, you might ask? We got official images of Big Frank himself, Dracula, our fuzzy guy, the Wolfman, and the roster could include the Bride of Frankenstein and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Love them. Rewrite them if I knew them. There's apparently some lore that links all 4 portals, with Celestial Park being, quote, a world between worlds where everything begins and ends. We'll see about that. Do you have anything about how that's what they mean by that, Nisha?
There's a medallion glowing orb thing at the top of each portal, and a matching one is on the Chronos entry portal. And the Chronos is, I don't know, they're all connected. There's power running through the different portals, and it's using the power of the universe.
No,
I
can you
heard a
please
rumor
take these
that
things downstairs?
the big main arch has like a sun-moon disc at the top.
Yeah.
And at nighttime,
Take them away.
as
I
soon
don't
as
want
the
these
sun
tiny
sets, they do a big
toys
ceremony
on my bed,
and flips
on
around
my
to face
floor.
the park. So like now it's nighttime. Like they're really leaning into the like lore of the celestialness of like and the stars literally powering the orbs at the top of the portals. So when you walk through a portal, there's like LED walls and it's like all like weird magic electricity stuff because you're traveling like in a video game to another world.
It sounds like these creatives harness the power of marijuana to come up with all of this, as we do sometimes as well.
Meanwhile, in Tomorrowland.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that astro orbiter. That's gonna be fucking sweet. Oh, moving on to one of my favorite parts of this entire park, and it's hilarious because it's the hotel. The Helios Grand Hotel, which was confirmed to be the name, will be in the theme park. Not just out front, but Disneyland Paris.
Take those tiny pinkie pies and a little accessories and get them out of here.
And at the back of it, no less, there's also two other
Put them in your room.
inside the park called Stella Nova and Terra Lucia, which are going to be space-themed and are the value resorts.
No, you don't have to take the ones out of her hand.
How expensive Helios is going to be. I'm going to say, do you all take Jackie's opening week rates?
Take it outside, kid.
$149 to $200 tonight is what I saw.
Nick.
Build express lines into all the rides. It's in the permits as express and single rider at like half the rides, just like the existing resort. But I think once the express lines open, maybe Helios then will offer express as included, just the same as the 3 hotels they do at the existing resort, because it adds a lot of express capacity to the overall resort. So you would get not just express for Epic Universe here, but maybe express for Epic Universe at all the 3 hotels. So it would just be a 4th one that gives you free express. That's my theory, but it's got to wait till the express lines open.
Yeah, it might be a good thing for the first year, just for the lines.
He told you that already.
Hagrid still doesn't have express.
Yeah.
But you want to get your ride working before you
Well, you certainly do.
He told you that.
Both rental car and car sharing sites to help you save money. Download the car app now.
No.
No.
Hell yeah. Apparently it's called Yoshi's Adventure. Love him. Love his funny little eggs. They have this joint over in Japan. It's like a standard Omni mover kiddie ride.
Seems like it's mainly for the kids, just based on what I've heard.
And me.
And me as well. I saw on Alicia Channel they tested it with some little dummies in vehicles. They're wrapped in plastic. Looks like they got whacked.
Yeah, I love a chill ride with good views. I mean, the people movers of the world, so if it's anything...
The high in the sky Seuss trolley over at Islands of Adventure.
Is hilarious.
That's my jam.
I love that ride.
The Cat in the Hat ride I could do without. It's a bit much. I went on there in a state, and I left in a different state. Let's just put it that way. Donkey Kong Country, fuck yeah. Love my barrel tossing king. I want to see that shiny ass temple that's in the. You said earlier that people were going to complain this place didn't give you gold. That temple's going to be gold.
It's golden banana right there. At the end of the ride, you've got to win that golden banana. So I was wrong. It's right there.
Do you know if this has a warp pipe entry within the Super Nintendo World Land? It does.
It's under the Yoshi ride at the back of the land.
That's so fucking cool. Another thing, I don't know if this is confirmed. I wasn't sure to put this whether or not in the rumors or not, but we see it. We could all fucking see it. The Donkey Kong Minecart roller coaster, rumored to be called Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, will feature a one-of-a-kind track system that will give the appearance of broken track with gaps that you actually jump across. And this is accomplished by having a true single-rail track under the show track, which is the track that has the gaps in it, the show track. And the single rail track is going to be the thing you're actually rocking on. But it's going to create this amazing illusion, which is going to break my mind. Was that all accurate, Alicia?
That is all accurate, and it will actually be opening in just a few months at Universal Studios Japan. It's their first
turn her light off.
expansion
She's not
to
in the
the
dark.
Super Nintendo world, so we'll probably
I
see
stepped her
footage
in.
of it running.
Turn her light on so she's not in the dark. She knows it's daytime still.
It's coming up.
I'm guessing that's the same track layout, right?
It's nearly the same. I think the track layout's the same. We have a little more like show elements outside. Like we have a real waterfall on the front of our temple, and they do not, because they're just a little bit shorter on space. So if there's a difference, it's like 10 feet.
They're using mist on theirs, right? Instead of the waterfall.
Well, we're used to that. For our waterfall.
And remember, stop buying juice boxes.
Eat your heart out, Japan.
Yeah, this is the very rare time I feel like we go like, oh wow, we got the bigger and better version.
That's right. Well, I mean, Orlando usually gets the bigger and better version.
That's fair. They do have this. I guess
You're talking about the SoCal people. We get the baby version of everything because we have no land. Then my last fact here, it's nerdy, but I fucking love those beacons. I just think it's a new, interesting take on the weenie. Like it doesn't have to be this like massive structure. I just like the fact that it's like this giant pole that's skinny. You know, it's not like a like facade for Big Thunder or Space Mountain or the castle. It's like
Here's a stick.
Wayfinder.
Yeah.
And each one of the beacons, it's just a way for you to see where you are in relation to all the different portals. I believe for Harry Potter, it's the Elder Wand. For How to Get Dragon, it's a little weather vane of Toothless. For Dark Universe, it's an electric tower, which will glow with special lighting effects, perhaps. For Super Nintendo World, it's pipes. The pipes with power-ups floating above them. Is that all?
I'll never see
I remember when I said all that at the end of 2022 in a video talking about Celestial Park. And I was like, I hope I'm right on these, because they hadn't started building the beacons yet.
Did you nail all of the beacons?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
If you pull up the video and I put like a for example image of multicolored pipes, and I say the Nintendo is rumored to be pipes, and like I put an image there, it's exact. It looks exact.
You were fucking nailing every key like you were playing Guitar Hero on expert mode, just ripping it, just every single time.
I didn't know it would be the Elder Wand.
Tara, go downstairs.
Holding a wand, so you know.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you I don't want you up here.
Surprise, you know.
And now we're moving into some rumors here, and then we'll move on to the world-class
Every
test.
day, multiple times a day.
These are rumors now, folks, so we don't know if these are going to happen, but they're rumors in the sense that Alicia says they're rumors, so they're not rumors, they're probably going to happen. And we're probably, and this one actually isn't from you, Alicia. This is one of the few things I didn't find from you, and so I'm actually curious if this is true. There was a Helios Grand Hotel leak, apparently. Did you see the leak?
I mean, it's not really. I believe an artist posted artwork they did in their portfolio to get jobs, and someone found it. I don't know if you count that as a leak or just like someone's resume. But yeah, I believe it's real artwork, and they were beautiful. The most interesting thing in there was it was described as a weenie for the park. Like Cinderella Castle you can sleep in. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Here's a sentence from the leak that's just what you're talking about. Quote, this is going to be, quote, set as the backdrop to the adjacent theme park. The client sought to create a Disney castle which was inhabitable. End quote. Fucking incredible. And on that note, some people have speculated that this is also going to be involved in the fireworks display. The hotel itself is going to be involved in that because there's a lagoon that sits behind it that will be a good place to launch those bad boys off.
I know some people have said maybe they'll do projection mapping. If you've ever ridden Tower of Terror when they're doing projection mapping for Christmas, you'll know that it blinds you. And I can imagine them blinding everyone in the windows. But there are permits for hundreds of LED lights embedded on that side of the hotel. So that's one way to incorporate it into the show at the end of the night.
Nobody's going to be sleeping while that thing's going on. They're going to be on that coaster, that Wolfman coaster, having their brain bash against their skull as they're going 360 over and over again. Other things from the leak, apparently it's going to feature some sort of thematic alternate dimension story that connects to the park. I don't know if that's from the leak exclusively or if that's already been somewhere else. And apparently houses 500 themed rooms and
run out of steam. I'm not going back in there to get yelled at again.
Just hold there.
I was the first to say 500 rooms also several years ago.
There it is. Thematic alternate dimension story, what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Sometimes the like even saying themed rooms, and like my mind goes, ooh, are they themed to Nintendo? Are they themed to Harry Potter? Are they? No, they're themed to the Helios Hotel. They're themed as the hotel. Like that's the thing about theme parks is the theme is celestial. Yeah. So I'm overthinking it. I know they had like you'll see in one of the leaked one of the portfolio pictures. There's like this weird like futuristic clock image thing. Yeah. It's almost like trying to be Gears but not be Gears. I know Universal Creative had a hard rule that there was no steampunk gears allowed in Celestial Park in the design of this area. It needs to be futuristic and timeless, like Jules Verne and H.G. Wells, but no steampunk.
No steampunk gears.
So they have to really think outside the box to think, what does that even mean? So you end up with like a lot of different old European, like almost looks like World's Fair influences.
It does kind of look like that. It looks like ancient
like the original Crystal Palace or something.
Oh god, it would have been sick. On another note on that too, Byron and I actually had the pleasure / displeasure of going on the Galactic Star Cruiser. It was a lot, and there were parts I liked, parts I didn't like. Either way, I've kind of gathered that this might be going for something similar to that.
No. Universal knows that the hotels are your like escape away to sleep and refresh before heading back into the parks. So most of the hotels are themed as like something beachy, like Cabana Bay, or like the surf design of Endless Summer.
Gotcha.
Like they're supposed to be somewhere where you can go and just like recharge. You're not supposed to be on all the time like a Star Cruiser where you're LARPing nonstop and an alarm goes off and you have to leave your room.
This is answering Slack messages on your app.
That's what Byron described it as. They would send us little messages in our data pad on the Galactic Star Cruiser, like, go to the engineering room, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to sleep.
Too stressful. No, they know, like it's going to be. This one's going to be the luxurious one. The ones across the street are going to be like a mix of like a relaxing beach hotel but with stars. Like they know you're just there to chill.
Something is coming. Something even they are afraid of.
Uh-oh.
Let's run through some of the rumors, and we'll break it down by land. Let's start with Dark Universe, just because it's my show. I'll do what I want. I love Dark Universe. Apparently, you enter Dark Universe through a spooky graveyard. Love to hear that spooky shit. Is that great?
I hadn't heard that before, but BioReconstruct got some photos of all these tombstones, and it makes sense because that's like the opening scene of the original Frankenstein movie.
Yes.
Digging up like the body parts in the graveyard. So why not set the tone, walking through the graveyard? Sure.
Hopefully some fog effects. I just love, and I lament about this often, I just wish there was more year-long Halloween spooky attractions. So this land is just going to quench my thirst for that. Very excited for the thing they're building in Las Vegas, too.
All the lands, by the way, including Celestial Park, will have original scores. I mean, Super Nintendo World we've already heard in the other existing ones, but just expect to have your mind blown when you hear some of the other composers, too.
I can't wait, because one of my favorite nerdy things about theme parks are audio loops. I just love that kind of stuff, so to know that it's all thought about at that level of detail with legit composers, absolutely incredible.
Which is crazy to think that, the next generation or like kids growing up are now going to have these, like Celestial Park is going to have this probably like a score that they're going to always find synonymous with the park. So like just like all new nostalgia in the making.
Mm-hmm. It'll be like my port of entry at Islands of Adventure.
There you go,
score.
yeah.
Like, but for a new generation.
Port of entry actually is pretty fun. I actually feel bad for people who are going to be born after this park is already created because they won't have the lead up, the anticipation that we've gotten, and as like lifelong theme park fans, God, what a fucking treat.
Ideally, they still get other theme parks in the future, and then they still get the they get all the surprise.
Yeah, but imagine if your first theme park ever was Epic Universe.
Yeah, and then like what happens in the
what happens after that? You take them over to Universal Orlando,
Florida, and you got sound stages, and
yeah, dude. Hope you enjoy watching Jimmy Fallon. Anyways, let's continue on with some more Dark Universe rumors. Rumored e-ticket for Dark Universe is Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. That comes straight from Alicia right there. And those thought to be on the guest list for this ride, Dracula, Frankie, and Victoria Frankenstein. The rendering of this bad boy looks amazing. And it also could feature some Kuka arm shenanigans, according to Alicia as well. I did not look at any of the patents because I didn't not wanting to get ruined. But I did see the Frankenstein animatronic, and this is supposed to be incredible.
The walking animatronic patent? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry I slipped that in without a spoiler alert.
Oh, it's fine. It's gonna be spectacular.
I mean, if you think Forbidden Journey is scary,
dude,
I can't imagine what.
I'm so excited to see Frankenstein walk.
I could talk literally for an hour about that ride and all the rumors and the ways that the different technologies will be incorporated. Because right now, when you ride Forbidden Journey, it goes like real stuff, screen moment.
Two things that I think are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This and this.
Okay. What is the white one?
A skeleton with a long head.
A long neck?
Yes.
Okay.
And big feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very cute. And what's the other one?
Iron Man's Hulk suit.
Ooh, yeah. Do you have a little Lego Iron Man or just Hulk?
I do have the Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
I lost it.
That's fine.
It's either in my room, downstairs, or in the basement.
Mm-hmm. It's probably in the basement. If you can't find it in your room.
There?
Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Look, Boxy Blue Head. I didn't finish it.
What is it for?
I like my Poppy Playtime collection, but like I have the Huggy Wuggy that I took some pieces off to make the Iron Man.
What is a Huggy Wuggy? Is that fuzzy thing?
Yes, from chapter 1.
Yeah, please stop mentioning that.
Okay. And then Catnap, chapter 3. Then Dog Day. His whole entire from, like, the whole here all the way across is ripped off. He like crawls at you.
Ew.
Yeah.
You're into the spooky stuff. You're a spooky boy.
I know.
It's given Ryan Bergara.
Stunt screen moment. This is not going to do that.
Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus.
That was our big
It's
critique.
going to incorporate different types of screen media and real animatronics and a new technology that will merge the two in a way that has never been done before. And it's going to be the first time you ride it, just like the first time you rode Forbidden Journey, you're going to walk off going, how did they do that?
Francesca.
Like, in a whole new way, even though the ride system is still technically the same.
I am skeptical of this. Anytime I hear merging real life animatronics with screens, I'm always like, I don't sweat Seven Dwarves mind train me.
I can't even explain. Like, just trust me, it's not that.
Oh,
Did you let the dogs outside? And then you put them back in their cages?
I see that big guy walk, I'm gonna piss my pants.
You're not supposed to do that. You know that.
Abraham Lincoln stood up, so Frankenstein.
You need to remember that.
Amazing. Also, our guy Wolfie, he has his own roller coaster called Curse of the Werewolf, which is apparently a spinning coaster. There's footage of it actually going through ride testing, now online from Peaceful Thrill Seeker. That's actually from Alicia's most recent blog. Shout out to them, and obviously by Reconstruct, who we shouted out earlier. Burning Blade Tavern. That's a family location in Dark Universe, it seems like. I'm not sure if it's Frankenstein or Wolf Man, but there's supposed to be fire effects on that bad boy as suggested by the name. I'm imagining the blades themselves will be on fire.
Yes. That's a gas permit I found years ago, and I'm like, okay, well, this windmill's going to be on fire. It literally says special flame effects on the gas line permit.
Why do you always
because
eat
normally
the
the gas line says
because
it's like
I like
for
the
a
top.
stove or it's for a heating element. This gas line says special flame effects. Like, okay.
Like, you don't share the top.
Going up on flames.
Man, that's incredible. I can't wait to see fire spin fast.
No, fire bad. Fire bad.
No, fire great. Fire good. That does it for my little preview of rumors.